Hey, Trinity Time Travels. Hey, allegedly. Hey, Astro Kid. Hey, Water Sniper. My people's coming in. Hey, Jennifer. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so let's get started. I don't want to hold you guys long. I want to hold myself long. Hey, RNY. Hey, Crafts and House. If y'all can hear me all right, somebody please let me know if you can hear me okay. Per usual, my phone is not in my hand, but I had to come on and make this video. I'm glad you're here, Water Sniper. Hey, Lena, pretty brown eyes. Okay, so you guys know that um I have been in other sectors, and one of the other and because I have been in other sectors, I have subscribers from the black/slash woke sector, whatever you want to call it, right? And I hate to use the word hey ear hustler, and I hate to use the word black sector now, because when you say black sector over here in the B sector, they're thinking about other people besides people like Cynthia G and Nyla says and the Black Manosphere, but the that is who I'm talking about. That part of the black sector, Cynthia G's and Nyla says, all of those, right? I'm not talking about some of the other people that have integrated into the beef sector, right? So I just want to preface that with that little, side note, right? So anyway, I had been hearing rumblings about Cynthia G and what she is now doing. I think Cynthia G, and I want to come on here, do my little commentary on it, even though I really don't do content on the Cynthia G's or any of them over there anymore. I was really disturbed by by what she's doing now. And what the psycho is doing now is really she's stealing or plagiarizing or regurgitating a lady by the name of Kendall St. Charles, aka Brooklyn Blue. If you don't know who Kendall St. Charles is, hey Choreo Lover, she was on here for she was in the no, she was in the she's a divester. She was in the divestment community. I really don't hear anything from her any. If you guys don't know what the divestment community is, the divestment community, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of what is her name? The swirler, Crystal and Curzon, right? Divested women or women that date outside of their race, and they speak very derogatorily about black men, right? So Cynthia G, she used to talk about white supremacy, racism. They started to snatch her channels down, so she switched from talking about white supremacy, racism to talking about the dusty, or in her words, the quote unquote dusty or beta male, right? So she's pretty much doing the same thing that the Black Manosphere is doing, and what the Black Manosphere does is they speak very derogatorily about black women, okay, especially single mothers, right? So there's this woman used to be a divester. I'm sure she's probably, I think she's married to a non-black man, but she was in the divestment community, and at a certain point in time, she got with Crystal and Curzon. Crystal and Curzon is the most popular divester. She was married to, now is divorced from a Anglo man, and I think she's dating an Anglo man now, whatever. But she speaks very derogatorily about him, right? So Kendall St. Charles was over there really before Crystal and Curzon. And one thing that Kendall St. Charles always used to talk about is if you're having a black son, you should abort that black son. You should never bring that black son into this world, because that black son basically ain't never gonna be nothing, right? He's gonna be a dusty, right? So she spoke about this years and years ago. And actually she spoke about this before I came online, right? And I found out about it years ago. Word of mouth. I think I might have found one of her old videos. I think that almost all of her, if not all of her content, is off of YouTube now, right? But she used to advocate for black women to, if you find out that you're having a black son, you should pretty much terminate the pregnancy. And she didn't believe that you should bring black black sons into this world. Like I said, because they grow into dysfunctional black men, right? So if y'all can hear me, somebody let me know you can hear me, right? And so anyway, Cynthia G must be tight for content. But we know in the beef sector, I'm always talking about how important it is to know your YouTube history, right? Thanks, allegedly, to know your YouTube history, right? So you would think that this is Cynthia G's original content, right? So I guess she's desperate for content. So now what she's doing is regurgitating the sentiments of Kendall St. Charles, and she's trying to pass it off as her own. Okay. Now this heifer Ah, this heifer is a piece of work, right? We know that some of you guys know my subscribers from the other sector know that me and Cynthia G used to go at it, toe to toe years ago, right? And so I just y'all know I get bored fast, and I get tired of talking about a person right after a while. But honey, let me tell you something. I crept around there and I heard that video because like I said, I had been hearing rumblings about what she's saying now. And first thing came to my mind was, girl, you are desperate for content and you need to be original, right? You don't even, really believe, you might believe it because you done lost your mind right along with your heart, right? I don't know if that alopecia has affected your brain or what the heck is going on, right? But girl, you need to be original, bitch. You done lost your rabbit ass mind. That's all I got to say. How in the world she done got so bad that now she's like I said, regurgitating Kendall St. Charles talking points. So now she's telling the black women over there, the young ones that really don't know where this information is coming from. They're thinking it's her original content. No, honey, you need to tell them this is not your original content. You are simply regurgitating what you heard years ago, right? So, in case you didn't know, Cynthia G, she was over there with the divester. Cynthia G has really always been a divester in her heart. She has always wanted to be with a non-black man, right? And so when she comes out and regurgitated this, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised that she's not letting anybody know that this is not her original content. And I think it's so lame for her to be doing this. Hey, Divinely Courtney. Because what you are doing, Cynthia, the very thing that you used to speak out against, which is white supremacy, racism, is the very thing that you are promoting now. When you are telling young black women or black women of childbearing age that they should not procreate with black men, not only that, if they procreate with them and they become pregnant, if they find out they're having a black child, they should pretty much abort that baby, right? And I'm thinking this heifer is sick. All right, now I know you've been sick for a long time, but girl, you are really going off the rail. But like I said, you are desperate for content. And not only is she over there advocating for that, she's got a couple of her other cronies over there standing behind her. And one of those cronies is Nyla says. Now, Nyla, how the hell you gonna be behind what Cynthia G is saying when you are going with or married to or whatever you want to call it, the biggest dusty I've ever seen in my life? You know good and damn well. What is this on my phone? I hate when people call me. I'm gonna have to hang it up. Oh boy. Uh, you are going with the biggest dusty on the planet, right? You are going with a man that is so dusty, and he also does content, over here on YouTube. Hey, Cloud, that he looked like he looked like his sneakers stink. Do you see what I'm saying? I just don't even just anything for content, anything for payola. They let anything come out of their mouth. So you're advocating for women not to have black sons, and of course not to deal with black men at all or whatever. And then she'll try to cover it up and say, I'm not talking about all black men, I'm talking about Dusties. Number one, how do you know if a child, an unborn child, is going to be a Dusty in the first place, and they haven't even come to this world? See, the problem is with women like this is that yes, there are a lot of Dusties in the world. Hey, Queen of the South. But what you need to learn how to you don't want to take a personal accountability, right? You don't want to be responsible for you, you know, giving your womb to a dusty. You need to learn how to choose better. Okay, before you to be advocating, never bringing a black child, a black male child into this world, heifer is beyond me. Okay, now if you want to be a divester, I say, honey, just go be a divester. Go on and find you an Anglo man. You know, you always used to talk about how you used to date them. You know what I mean? I don't understand you. You know, right? Well, now allegedly you're right about that, Dark Libra. I don't even know if that's the truth. Dark Libra says Cynthia G had a baby from a she had a allegedly had a baby by a whole breeder. Okay, that Robert Perkins. He's a whole freaking breeder. But really, I think that that whole story right there was for payola. Like I really do. I think it was a whole setup. I knew you would end up getting her together this week, but because of, yeah, she is blatantly ignorant. She comes on here and she sounds like she is the most educated person on the planet, right? But I disagree. You know, because if you really listen to this heifer, she don't know nothing at all. She don't have book sense or street sense. She ain't nothing but a freaking a race hustler. You know, a black woman race hustler. That's what she is. But my thing is, and then you are always going back and forth with the black manosphere, and you are just like they are. How you gonna, you know, have something to say about the stuff that they say, the derogatory things they say about black women, when you are just the same? So you know, and we know that over there, if familiar with the black manosphere, they don't like single moms. I mean, they really don't want to deal with their children, some of them at all, right? But here you go, you done took it a step further, and you're instructing these young black women, which are very impressionable, some of them, and some of them are probably actually listening to your delusional ass. Okay? Because you are wholly delusional, honey. How the hell you gonna be advocating for the death of black boys when you actually see black men and women, but moreover black men and boys being gunned down in the street like animals? Do you see what I'm saying? So, like I said, you are doing the work of white supremacy racism for them. Not only you, but the black manosphere is doing the work for them as well, right? So I don't see how you're gonna come out of your mouth and say something like it and make it so bad. It ain't even your original content. You just desperate for content. So you know, I don't know, like I guess a lot of these young people don't know YouTube history, okay? Because if they did know YouTube history, then they would know that you are regurgitating Kendall St. Charles's content, okay, aka Brooklyn Blue. Okay, she said it first. It was a whole firestorm behind what she said. You know, she got a lot of promotion. For some people, um, um, any kind of promotion is good promotion for them, right? And I hate that I'm even making this video, but I was so absolutely disgusted by what this heifer said that I had to make this video because I do not wish to go back and forth with this monster. Okay? And like I said, what you need to do, bitch, is be trying to worry about that alopecia eating away at your freaking brain. Evidently, bitch, you done lost your mind. All right? I cannot get a whole I agree, Jessica. I agree. That whole Kelly Bundy person, it's out for clicks and views. She don't, you know, she make her living, and there's nothing wrong with it. But she keep going further and further down the rabbit hole. They calling her Black Hitler over there, you know, because so you are advocating for eugenics, right? You're advocating for Margaret Sanger, right? You're advocating for black children, moreover black boys, to be done away with before they are even birthed into this world. Now, mind you, I am pro-choice. Do you see what I'm saying? But when it comes to something like this is not even about pro-life or pro-choice. It is about a black woman having the nerve to promote genocide of a whole gender of her own race. If that is not working with white supremacy racism, I don't know. Yes, Kendall St. Charles. That's why I said Kendall St. Charles, aka Brooklyn Blue, Queen of the South, is the one that said it first, right? She's regurgitating her content. That's all that she's doing because she doesn't run out of things to say. And it's incredible to me. But see, the scary thing is that, you know how I always tell y'all, I always use that saying when I'm talking about interracial relationships. Some interracial relationships have, like a Anglo woman might like a black penis, but that don't mean she like black people. You see what I'm saying? Now it's the reverse for Cynthia G, right? She like white penis, but she don't like white women. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what she really don't like right there, and it eats her alive. She got these. She's always talking about the interracial relationship and all of this and all of that, but she's failing the real, and she mean that. But what she don't speak out against is black women divesting, because she's a divester. And now let me show y'all this. Now she's always hollering. I never said I was pro black, but you right, you ain't lying about that. Let me try to find this photo for y'all. Okay, I just want y'all to see some of the stuff that she uses for her thumbnail. Okay, I was like, girl, you are out of your rabbit mind. Okay, you are a whole weirdo, and you looking. Oh, what did I do? You looking crazier and crazier by the day. Okay, so I just want to show y'all some of this. Let me show you this. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is one of her thumbnails right here. Look at this crap. My baby boy is a dusty and all this stuff. Do you see the title? If you can't, what she say? If you can't raise them right, then why are we birthing them? What do you mean if you can't raise them right? What is your definition of raising them right exactly? Like, what is your definition? So you don't want them to have the baby, but if they have the baby, you're blaming a woman for them not being quote unquote raised right. Okay, so what about your choices? Why aren't you choosing better? Because it take two to make a baby. Last time I checked, unless it's some kind of immaculate conception, right? What about your life choices? And if you do have a whole baby by a breeder, what is that saying about you? Okay, it seems like you are thirsty as fuck and you don't make good life choices, especially when it comes to men. That is on you. That is a you problem. That is not an all black man problem. Okay, you're a whole widow out here. Girl. But women like her have a hidden desire to bag her up. Exactly. Exactly, Jessica. That's her problem. Let me show you another one from this weirdo. Girl, you're a whole weirdo. So this is another one of her thumbnails. Let's get some things straight concerning my womb. And you see what all that girl? So she'll make her eggs is gonna be tacos. Her eggs gonna be for tacos before they birth a black male. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see how disturbing that is? And you putting this on social media. You putting this out at this point in time in the United States of America. Do you see what I'm saying? If that is not advocating for white supremacy, racism, I don't know. It's not advocating for the genocide of that whole, a whole half of a whole race of people. I don't know what is. You are delusional, honey. You done lost your mind. I am very indifferent to this type of content. I'm not even indifferent. I'm appalled to this type of content. Because because make it so bad, a lot of these people, especially young people, they hang on her every word. Okay? That's right. Cause she is a whole pick me. Look at her. You need to be girl. You done lost your mind talking about her eggs gonna be used for tacos before I birth a black male. Y'all know that is just straight up wrong. It don't matter what sector you in. This is just straight up not cool. You know what I mean? Oh, y'all please hit the like button. I forgot to say that. I'm sorry about that. But I just had to I just cannot. I cannot with this chick, right? So this is part of the reason why all of them over there is a joke, okay? Especially her bestie over there, because she got a bestie over there by the name of Nala. Says, Nala, how in the hell, how in the hell are you gonna be standing behind her while she doing this type of content when you married to the or dating the biggest dusty in the whole world? He's claiming the fame as being the CD man in the hood, bitch. Okay, girl, make it make sense. Now I don't know what to y'all. I cannot. This is just she's sick. It's very sick. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. Cause you don't never know who is listening to her. You don't never know who. She's got a big divestment audience over there. Hey Devin, how you doing? Thomas said, Is she the victim of some sort of assault by a black man or men? What is her history? Now she said as a child, she was assaulted by her father or something like that. I think she said that years ago. But this right here, this is for content. You see what I'm saying? This is not a result of childhood trauma. She started speaking about black men when they started uh 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 you a mess, Devin. She started speaking derogatorily about black men. Like I said, when they start snatching the channels down. For speaking about against white supremacy racism, right? Cheryl said, "Hey, hello everybody. Yes, Miss Olivia, it's disgusting, and Nyla should be ashamed of herself." Ted, absolutely, she should absolutely. It is strictly for content. You know what I mean? It's strictly for content, and it's not even her original content. That is what is crazy to me. And they are now all of them in her chat over there, they're just praising her like she done made some kind of a groundbreaking discovery, like she's giving them some kind of original content that came off the top of her head. No, honey, this is Kendall St. Charles content, okay, aka Brooklyn Blue. That's whose content is. So now you want to be the new Brooklyn Blue, right? So you want to. So are you moving on the swirlers? What is her name? Crystal and Curzon. So you and Crystal and Curzon was cool for a while, right, Cynthia? So now that you and Crystal and Curzon done fell out, you want to take over the divestment community, right? You want to be the new version of Crystal and Curzon. Is that really what's going on? Tell the people what you really want, Cynthia. Okay? You using she piggybacks off others, and that's all she doing. Because what she doing is some old content. This is not even your content. If I thought you were sincere about this content, I would still side eye you, but it would be original content. Chad, this ain't even your content. Like, what you mean? Girl. Saying Robert Perkins and Red Supreme got into I heard that. I was listening to the video. I'm gonna have to finish listening to it. But what did Robin Perkins say, Cheryl, about her saying this right here? What did he say about that? Because I didn't get to that part. I'm like, girl, if you don't shut our way the hell up. And another thing about her and Robert Perkins, I don't know what kind of scheme they had going on, but Pink Pill's supposed to be with a rich. Oh, Pink Pill she done switched over? What? Kristen supposed to have her a rich black man now? Really? So she ain't going with that white Canadian that said the N word no more. She done left him alone. Is that what you saying, Cheryl? Child, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Oh wait. Child, these hoes is delusional. I am not impressed. Robert kept his mouth shut. He always say he don't agree with. See, that's all he said. He just kept his mouth shut. He just saying he don't agree. And for somebody that is supposed to be so emotionally intelligent, girl, why do you hop on panels and howl and scream and all of this and all that? They used to have a problem with me cussing their motherfucking ass out. Because y'all know how I move. The same way I move over here in the B sector is the same way I move in early sector, right? But now, bitch, you're doing the same motherfucking thing. Make it make sense, bitch. Make it make sense. That's all I want to say. That's why I had to edit her in this video so her weird ass can hear the goddamn video. Bitch, what you need to do is get yourself some kind of motherfucking hair transplant, bitch, and get your follicles stimulated, bitch, and maybe it'll stimulate your brain in the right direction. Because you clearly haven't lost your rabbit ass mind, bitch. And it ain't nobody's fault, bitch, because you don't make good life choices when it comes to men. See, the problem is I'm sure that you shut out a whole a whole pool, a whole dating pool of men, which are black men, simply because you want to be like your sister and get married to, divorce from, and have a child with a white man. See, that's your whole thing. Maybe it was because of the way you was raised. I understand you had it hard, and all these white folks y'all used to help y'all in a shelter or whatever, and maybe that's and then I don't know what the deal is, but I know you regurgitating content for money. I know you doing that. I know you are calling for the destruction of black men only for the sake of money. Not even caring about who's actually listening to this. Because when people, non-black people, listening to this, okay, Now, ain't nobody asking you to advocate for the dysfunction of Dusties, and we know there's a whole lot of you know, dysfunction. We see the dysfunction of black men on YouTube here all the time, but that don't mean you have to just go to the bottom of the barrel and act like them, okay? Just for content, because they do this stuff for content, okay? All of them men over there, half of them are incels, okay, and half of them are scorned because they think they should get the, what do you call it, the, you know, the highest level of the most beautiful black woman, and half the time they nerves, half the time, you know, they need to level themselves up first. Okay? Really they're mad at themselves because they can't get the type of woman that they believe they are deserving of. That is the definition of an incel. Okay? All right. So now you want to make people believe that you some kind of female incel. Is that what's going on, girl? You done lost your mind. You are wholly delusional. Look at you over there. Look at this picture, y'all. I can't believe this bitch. I can't believe she let that come out of her damn mouth. And she taking great pride in the fact that she got some new content. But that new content you got, Cynthia, some of us know that you done stole that content, bitch. You stole that content from Brooklyn Brew, aka since Crystal St. Charles. And so if Crystal and Carson, the divestment queen, the swirl queen, is over there talking about marrying a rich black man. So now you figure you take over her spot as a divestment queen. Is that how you moving, Cynthia? Is that what you doing, girl? Girl, you are confused. You confusional. Okay, bitch, you are a whole weirdo. Look at you. I can't stand this bitch, y'all. This is part of the reason why I don't fool with them over there no more. Cause they all fake, phony, and fraudulent. Bitch, you ain't no better than motherfucking Tariq Nasheed. Okay? Before you to get on here and do this shit right here, and them people be amen and praising your motherfucking ass, and knowing you ain't trying to do nothing but make a dime, bitch, is beyond me. Okay? I can't stand a hoe like this. And everybody know that we got history, okay? But I just really had to come on here and let y'all see for yourself the entire F-ish that's going on out here with black people, okay? So our people are they're still trying to do a jury selection for Ahmaud Arbery's case, right? The black man that was modern day lynched, ran down with a truck and then shot 3 times. Okay? People are still talking about George Floyd. Do you see what I'm saying? All of this and all that there. Here your black ass is advocating that young black boys, if you get pregnant and you find out you having a young black boy, hey, the smart show, you want these young women to abort that child. Why aren't you advocating for better life choices, bitch? I'm just confused by that. It sounded like a lot of pressure to come up with content that people listen to. For a lot of these YouTubers, they follow. Yeah, and that's how she doing this. Follow the Cash Queen herself. Like I said, if I really felt like she meant what she was saying, what I mean, I would still have a problem with it. But at least she wouldn't be plagiarizing somebody else's commentary. And at the end of the day, that's all that she's doing for payola. Like you saying all this derogatory stuff for payola. You don't even mean it. You probably don't even care. You just want some new talking points, which are actually old talking points. This ain't even you, bitch. This is not your content, and you know it's not your content. You a whole weirdo. When you did that first big video, bitch, before they start calling you Black Hitler, you should have prefaced all of your commentary with a shout out to Brooklyn Blue. Shout out to Kendall St. Charles. Because, see, that's what we do over here in the big second. If you say something that somebody else done said, you be like, shout out to whoever it is that said it first, right? This bitch over here trying to act like it's her original content, which is a damn lie. And some of us older people in the sector, what I mean by older people is people that have been over here, over there, for years, and we know where we know who the originator of this talking point is, and bitch, it ain't you. Okay? So you sitting up there like you all knowing and all seeing and all judgmental, bitch. It ain't nobody's fault because the only thing you done chose in life is motherfucking Dusty's, bitch, and motherfucking beta males, bitch. You need to check yourself. You need to hold some accountability on you, bitch. It is your fault because you can't seem to motherfucking get it right. Okay? What part do you play in that shit, bitch? Why aren't you teaching them young girls over there about life choices? Why aren't you doing that with your weird ass? Child, I'm not impressed by this bitch. I can't stand her. Child, anyway, what Cyber said, her who they really choose content started getting absolutely. So she had to take it to another level to remain relevant. Absolutely. They tired of seeing that. Who they really choose. You know what I mean? They tired of hearing about that shit. So now she doing this bullshit. She done took the woman's content. I wonder what Brooklyn Blue feel about her stealing her talking point. Okay? I'm like, girl, you really went there. Child. Anywho, Jessica said someone else's content she repeated with no flavor. Exactly. With no flavor added at all. She's not original at all. She's not even trying to make it her own. Over there sounding like a goddamn AI robot bitch and looking like one. Child, if you don't shut all the way the fuck up, these people are killing me. True, it speaks to your shortcomings as well. Just not the absolutely. You have to take some personal accountability. You got to take some accountability with who you share your womb with, okay? Because it take two. Child, it's unrealistic advice. Yes, it is. It's not even possible to get an abortion that late in a pregnancy unless the mother's life is in danger or the child has severe deformities, disease, or utero. Look, as long as she can pass that shit off as content queen of the South, that's all she freaking worried about. Okay, and they all over the high fiving and praising it. Honey, they love the new content, which ain't even new content at all. It's not even new content. I'm like, you a whole weirdo. But for her to let that come out of her mouth is beyond me. Like, you did not even have to go there, you weirdo. I think she was really pregnant by Rob, but got it. It could have been that, Cheryl, because I've never, ever, even heard a baby in the background. I don't know what happened with that. I know now she was really going after Robert Perkins. At one point in time, for real, she was flirting with him on camera. Flew out to see him a couple of times. Now we know that we got receipts about that, right? But as to whether she actually had a baby with him or not, I'm gonna have to say allegedly she had a baby on that by him. You know what I mean? I don't think it was no follow through. Now we know that she moved from what was she at Seattle, Washington? She moved down south to be with him and all this and all that. Okay, there's records of that, right? But actual child, I just am not seeing that. I don't know what happened, but you know what I mean. I doubt it. You know, like I really do. I'm not even feeling it. But hey, you know what I mean. I'm not psychic, and maybe she got one. Maybe she giving. Maybe she doing her little weird videos at nap time or something. Child, I don't know. But I doubt that she got one. But it ain't my business. But if she got one, I hope it ain't a boy. I tell you that much. I hope it's not a boy. People who speak rhetoric like hers would beg to be a white man's doormat. And that's what she wants. That's what she wants. That is what she dreams of, Jessica. That's what she dreams of. Okay, she dreams to be the wife of a non-black man. That's her thing. You see what I'm saying? You can see it in her speech. You can see it in the way that she acts. I mean, she been a divester. She's been that, but she know that she could never elevate herself in the divestment community cause of people like Crystal Cousin. So she sided up to Crystal Cousin, and then Crystal Cousin turned on her. And so if Crystal Cousin is now over there advocating for women to, I guess, divest from the Dusties and and go towards a rich black man, you know what I mean? And maybe that's why she feel like she can take over the divestment. You know, they weird over there. You know what I mean? It's unrealistic goals and expectations. You know what I mean? There's not enough rich black men to deal with all black women. We all know that. You know, it ain't all about the change. You know, it's all the change in the pocket. What about the personality? What about the character? See, that's what I mean by choosing better. Because you can be the richest man in the world and you can still be abusive. You can still be dirty as hell. You can still not care nothing about that woman. Do you see what I'm saying? But if that's what you want, if that's what you're willing to settle for, rich or not, what does that say about you? Okay? Girl, she's a whole piece of work, y'all. I can't stand this bitch. But anyway, I really, y'all please hit the like button. I really just had to come on and say what I say about her because she done, they often running with this commentary right here. This gonna last forever. This one is okay. And I'm like, girl, are you? Do you even care about what it is that you're saying? That what you're putting out, out in the atmosphere when it comes to black men? The whole thing is weird. Hey, Lady Tia, her and Nyla will fall out soon, or Nyla and Taz will be getting a divorce. Look, they all doing it for payola. Okay, period. They all doing it for payola, child. So they're gonna be all right. Queen of the South said, "Yeah, so many men with money, and no character." Exactly, Queen of the South. Exactly. Exactly. Did I say, hey, Lady T? Hey, Lady T, if I did want to to say Epstein, and those other pedos had money. That's right. That's right. You know what I mean? That's right. If the first thing that you're looking for, if you're wanting a loving relationship, the first thing should be what's in a person's pockets. Because number one, how you know you're gonna get some of that money? You see what I'm saying? How you know, even if he choose you to be his wife, how you know that he ain't gonna beat the hell out of you? Okay? Because the only thing you was looking at was the money and the cars and the clothes. What about the character? You know what I'm saying? Are you doing some kind of research on him? Do you know if he a freaking serial killer, woman beater? Do you know if he a pedo? Do you know anything about him other than he got some change in his pocket? That is weird to me. Child, people be worried about the wrong things. Okay? A lot of women be worried about the wrong dang on thing. All right? Child, quick to tarnish a black man who wants to build but accept the BS from white men who know she absolutely. I agree with you, Jessica. And make it so bad, she gonna be one of them black women that deal with these bottom shelf brads, right? She ain't gonna get nothing when she finally find her a black man, a white man. He ain't gonna be nothing but a bottom shelf brad, and if she probably already got one right now. But nobody is impressed by this shit. Okay, you got it. Just in some women is so stupid, especially when it comes to divesting black women. Any old type of low level broke, dusted and disgusting white man to do just anything at all, any kind of man at all, you know. And what kind of life choice is that? The shit is weird, and we see that a lot on YouTube. Just any old type of motherfucker would do it all. Child, I ain't never seen nothing like it. Never. Anthony says, "Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Good afternoon, Miss O. In my honest opinion, I think some of these race hustlers content have aged like spoiled milk and express exactly, Anthony. And she doing and saying anything she can do and say, including stealing somebody else's content to remain relevant. Somebody else said that earlier, but that's what she doing. Uh, that's what it is. Your bottom shelf bread. That's how she just wanted herself a bottom shelf bread. Any old type of cracker at all will do. All right, child. I am not impressed by this effort. I can't believe them women over there is high fiving and praising this weird ass bitch. Bitch, you look like Spock from Star Trek, bitch. That's what you remind me of. You're a whole weirdo. Ugh, ew. Ugh. It's all a game, like you said, on her channel got took down for talking about white people. Did you ever talk about white supremacy? Yes. I believe she dated white. She said she dated white men in the past. She sure did. She said that. She's still a divester. I just don't understand why the bitch just don't turn her whole channel into a divestment channel. Like, what are you lingering on for? What are you dragging it on for? You're a whole weirdo. That thumbnail of her talking about her eggs for taco. It is disturbing, right? Water Sniper, I'm going to show it again. In case y'all didn't see it, let me show y'all this thumbnail. At least the Black Manosphere develop more content. Well, this is her version of developing more content, but she always got something to say about the derogatory message the black manosphere say, but bitch, you just the same. Okay? You just got breasts. That's all, bitch. You are no different. No different at all. She is no different. You know. And so let me show y'all this thumbnail with what Water Sniper is talking about. I was like, no, this bitch didn't put this up here. Here's the thumbnail that Water Sniper is talking about. Y'all see, y'all read what she say. She gonna use her eggs. Her eggs will be used for tacos before they birth a black male. You see what I'm saying? Her eggs, her eggs, so she rather use them for tacos as opposed to using them to get pregnant by and birthing a black male. I was like, Lord Jesus, you are disgusting. You are busting and disgusted, bitch. That's what the fuck you are. Your bald headed ass. Girl, if you don't shut all the way the fuck up. And here's the other one I showed y'all. That one. Y'all, this one is very done. My baby boy is a dusty. I'm like, no, this bitch didn't. Your baby boy could be a doctor or the president of the United States or something. I don't, just whatever. But you calling him a dusty after womb? Now, who is destroying? If you have this mindset and you have a child, who is destroying that child before he even becomes adult? Before you can even call him a dusty, you call him a dusty at birth. So what is that gonna do for his self-esteem? Like, make it make sense. It's weird. L7 said, yes, she's trying to go for the shock. Exactly. Did she just have a baby not too long ago? Well, allegedly. Child, allegedly. And if she did have a baby by that breeder, because that's how Robert Perkins is. He a whole breeder. He got 5 or 6 kids already. Okay, child. That's right, sure. I have black sons. I will never. Exactly. I got black nephews. I would never say nothing like that. Shit is wholly delusional and weird. And it's really very scary on another level. With what's going on in the country right now, in particular, it's very scary. It's white supremacy rhetoric is what it is. It's very eugenics oriented, in my opinion. So yeah. Lady Tia says, I look for what he values in life as a man, how he reacts to conflict and how he loves on others. His pockets will be the icing on the cake. For I'm happy to say I think I found him solid dude. I know that's right, Lady Tia. Life is about choices. Okay, you gotta choose better. And it takes two. It takes two. Okay, if you know this man ain't no good, honey, then walk away. Don't even get involved. Don't let it get to the point to where you could possibly get pregnant. Okay, you can just walk away before you go and say some raggedy stuff like this, because you make yourself sound crazy. This woman mindset is very problematic. Exactly, Anthony. It's scary. She go from bad to worse. Now she's so desperate, she's stealing content from from the divestment community. Klaus said, and while all this divestment is happening, Senate Republicans block Democrats from passing the voters' right. Exactly. Which is pushing the country further into chaos. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Did you see that, Cloud? You're absolutely right. After all this time and all these years, this country is going backwards and not forwards. It's ridiculous. Marshall Baby said Tiny TKO couldn't take Sin's talking points about aborting uh black males, and she cut. Oh, did she really? Tiny TKO done cut ties with Cynthia. Now see, I didn't know that, but good for her. Child, I'm glad. L7 said it really is white supremacy. It is white supremacy rhetoric. It is. It sure is. If you had bad luck with black men, leave them alone and be yourself or date other races. That period. That's all you gotta do for to come out and say something like this. Girl, it's too much. You doing too much, boo. You need to hold off on it, bitch. It takes two to tango. It takes two to make it a break. I know that's right, Anthony. Want to say once, baby. I see you have woken up from her space. Child. Oh, Nappy Storm says, I was wondering if you seen the foolishness. I saw it. I saw it, honey. And like I said, everybody know I try not to do content over there no more. But this right here, this was too much. It's too much. Bitch, keep that shit on Patreon. Child, the book says, what gets me, is that women like Sinji always have something negative to say about the quote unquote the black man, something she isn't, but why not talk about black women that black black something that she is? Well, see, here's the thing. Women like Cynthia G know her audience is predominantly black female, right? And a lot of her audience is they are scorned black women, right? For whatever reason, they are scorned. A lot of them are broken. You know what I mean? A lot of them feel let down because of what life has thrown at them. And Cynthia G will get on there and talk about the Dusties and the beta males and the this, that, and the other. But the one thing that she won't talk about is accountability. Okay, she will not talk about accountability. And it takes two. You got to make better life choices. Okay? Nobody is forcing you to lay down with a man that's going to leave you when you're pregnant or not take care of your baby. See, that's what I mean about life, making better life choices. Because you don't have to deal with that man if you don't want to. All right? You can choose not to do that. She don't talk about that. Cynthia G totally changed since that scandal with Rob Perkins. She did. L7 said I saw her thumbnail. And my jaw dropped. She's a classic black female raiser. That's how she is, because she really don't even care. She just want to be like somebody said earlier. She just want to be a shock jock. Do something that's all. Exactly, Devin. I remember back in the day, she used to talk negative about the angler. Yeah, that's how she got her start. But they start snatching the channels, and that started affecting her money. And so she decided to speak derogatorily about black men, because the black manosphere in them was already speaking derogatorily about her. Do you see what I'm saying? And so she switched her content up so she can keep her channels. And that's how when she was a race hustler, when she was talking, even when she was talking about white supremacy, racism, she was race hustling then, because we know that she always wanted to be up under a white man. Okay, period. Tiffany Sotalis says, but how do you know he's going to leave if he's presence if he presents as a how do you know if he's going to leave if he presents as a good man? See what you do, Tiffany, baby. What you do is like the old used to be at one point in time, women wouldn't lay down with a man until she really got a sense of who he was, right? That's why a whole lot of things were put in place to deflect away. You used to have to be held accountable, for what you do. Like if you was that kind of girl, no matter the race, that just went and laid with anybody, nobody would respect you in the community. You would be disappointed and disrespecting your whole family. You would have to be held accountable for that. Nobody of worth really wouldn't want to fool with you. You know what I mean? Now you got Netflix and chill. You got I'm twerking up on anything. You know what I mean? You got I'm not even taking the time to get to know you before I lay down with you. You saw she's absolutely male identified, Devin. But what the woman has to do is and these days you do have to do your research. I know that's right, Devin. You know what I mean? Stop, laying down with the first thing to say a nice word to you. It's all about self-esteem. If you know this man is not on your level, then don't fool with him. Take personal accountability for not only your womb, but your life. That's what you have to do. And yeah, you can't I would never dump out. Black men are not a monolith. I got several beautiful black men in my family. I would never advocate for the abortion of black men. That's ridiculous. Like, what is it? You want some kind of dystopian society like The Handmaid's Tale or something? There's a story. There's a show on I think it's FX. It's called Why the Last Man or something, where all the men fell dead to some virus, and there's one black man, not one black, one white man left on the planet, and they trying to get him to safety, and all the other men on the planet are dead in all the countries. I'm thinking, is that what you want? girl, girl, girl. The whole thing is just weird to me. So, but anyway, like I said, she just doing this for a shock value, and she needs some new talking points. She don't have nothing else to talk about. They got tired of her talking about who they really choose and all of this and all that. And then when you do those really who they really choose, when you do that content, Cynthia, it make you sound like you don't have no confidence in your blackness. It don't have you. It's make it sound like you don't even have confidence in you being a woman. It make it sound like you got low self-esteem because you're so worried about who these black men choosing that you can't focus on your own self. Okay, it's make you sound like you jealous of a freaking Anglo. Now I don't know why. Maybe it's low self-esteem, but that's what it make it sound like to me. You know. So I just can never get into that series because I don't feel inferior by no damn body. I don't care if you're blue, bitch. I don't care if you got when you walk, you got gold falling off your motherfucking ass or something, bitch. You still ain't better than me. Okay? I'm just saying. Child. Anybody got time for this weirdo? Tamara says, stop picking men. We think we can. That's right. You can't change no damn man. We think you can change and build to be the man we want them to be. Pick someone that's already complete. I absolutely agree. You can't change a man, honey. In my K Michelle voice, he already grown. What you gonna do, huh, child? You hit it. You hit it right on the head, Miss Olivia. Thank you, David. Storm says, you called out the whole community. You called out the whole community for being charlatans when it discovered advice show had a non-black. Thank you. Do you remember that Nappy Storm? Yes, I did. And that was what, a couple of years ago. They all charlatans. That's all they are, race hustlers. That's all they are. I'm not impressed by none of them motherfuckers over there. Not nary one of them. L Silver says, like they say nowadays, if you want a white man, Cynthia, just say it. Just say it. I don't even think she got enough confidence in herself to even get one of them. And sure to God, it can't be that hard, child. I mean, my God, really? Really? Girl. You know, I'm not even finna go there, but baby, no ma'am. Child, Millie said I love my people. And still call them out. That's right. Nobody else gets that right. That's right. Because it's unconditional. Not for validation. You're absolutely right. And that's why I'm calling her out. I don't even do content over there no more. But this is too much, bitch. It's too much. Nyla says is married to a white. I heard that. I heard that. I sure didn't hear that. I don't know if it's true or not, but allegedly, that's what I heard. But I can't believe her co-signing that bullcrap when Nyla is married to the biggest dusty on the planet. Like I said, his claim to fame was being a seedy man child in his damn community. I'm like, girl, if you don't shut our way the fuck up. But they're saying do anything for that payola, honey. For that payola. They'll sell their people all the way down the river for that payola. That's just like people that they don't remember when Nyla and Taz was Trump supporters. Okay? Make it make sense. But they supposed to be black first. Oh, they black first, but they ain't pro-black. That's a spin on it. Okay? Child. Yes, I remember that after that whole Tasha K. Lovely T Star Maria Carter. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I think I still got the video on my channel, as a matter of fact. Maybe so says, remember, she was taken up for Robert, talking about he's a good father, even though he has kids all over. Exactly, Nappy Storm. I guess that was that was Trump supporters. Yes, ma'am. They was talking about black folks never did give Trump some kind of plan he had for the black community. Black folks never gave him a chance and all of this and all. See, this is what I mean. People don't know the history. They get a lot. They do a lot of little sneaky shit like that. They were Trump supporters. I know a few CD mans, but that's not futuristic. I heard that, Lady Tia. But yeah, they used to be Trump supporters. Sure did. They felt like black folks wasn't giving Trump a chance, child. O'Shea Duke Jackson over there, he used to be a Trump supporter. Sure did. Mm-hmm. Sure did. Yes, yes, said, Lord have mercy. I did not know that about tech. Yes, they did. People, that's what I mean about YouTube history being very important. It's very important. But what you can do is research some of them videos, to go through them old videos, and you'll see it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Biden only been in the office, what, not totally a year yet. Go through some of them old videos from when Trump was still the president, especially before the pandemic hit. Go find some of them old videos. You'll see it for yourself. Uh-huh. Sure will. You know, they got several thousand channels. All right, but yes, absolutely. They sure did. Mm-hmm. Nobody don't want to talk about that, though. That's why I don't take them seriously. That's why I used to just cuss them out and move it along. You can't have a genuine conversation with people like Cynthia G and Nyla and Taz and all of them. You can't have an intelligent conversation with them freaking charlatans. If it don't fit their narrative, and their narrative is just to get money, you know what I mean, under the guise of helping the black community. Okay, child, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my whole entire life. Even if that advice show feel he is not genuine. And I don't even see why people still follow Tariq Nasheed, because all this generational wealth is going to a non-black woman. Just like the advice show feel. But they supposed to be so that's true, Mark, I agree, for they people. You see what I'm saying? This is why I can't do nothing but I don't pay no attention to them. Like I can't take them seriously. Like for real, it's ridiculous. Klaus said the CD man 9 times out of 10 was a crackhead or dope fiend in the hood selling $5 to $10 bootleg DVDs and CDs. I agree, Klaus. See, sometimes the devil's in the all the time. The devil's always in the details. And these race hustlers, they don't do nothing but recreate themselves. But if people really just stop, it's like the black church, right? The reason why the black church really is no more, um, exactly, Saida Evans. You're right. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on. Hey y'all, sorry about that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about this. Kingsman said it's Tariq still making them tacky music videos, pop locking and whatnot. Ain't no telling Kingsman. I don't look at him no more either. I absolutely Evan says, has anyone seen Cynthia G's child? Does it exactly? I was questioning that too. That's why I said allegedly. She allegedly supposed to have had a child by Rob Perkins, the breeder. Okay, allegedly. Child, right. Modern day pimping. They're a bunch of race hustlers, right? Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Headed to a dreadful supermarket to shop. The lines probably. I know that's right, but y'all better be stocking up, because these supply shortages are getting worse. They are really getting worse. And you can see food items missing from the shelves, and just stock up, when you can. But y'all, I'm gonna get off here, but I really just want to bring this to y'all, this little info. Y'all know I don't do content about this heifer anymore, but it's real. It's real. It's just it's going from bad to worse, and that's what I meant about via the internet. Is it eroding our moral compass? Is it eroding the fact? What if people? What if the powers that be are trying via this virus and the internet and a whole lot of things? They want you to be. They want you to get used to not really communicating with people. Like, say if you're in the you know how they're making these robots to do the work in restaurants and all of this and all of that. You go to the hospital, AI robot is gonna be the future nurse, or you going through the Walmart line and you got to get scanned, and you don't have no human interaction. Thank you. Or anything like that. What if that is on purpose? You see what I'm saying? To keep you separated from society, or get you to be get you to be uh not wanting to have any interaction with a human being. What if all of this is really what's going on? What if all of this is really why the internet was created in the first place? Sometimes we have to think outside of the box. And when I hear rhetoric, very damaging rhetoric like this coming from the mouths of a black woman in particular, okay, it's very disturbing to me, and it really makes me think about other things. It makes me think about what really is going on in this world. And we all know that life is about choices, no matter where it's coming from. What choice you're trying to make, it is your choice. It is your choice to separate yourself from your people. It is your choice to separate yourself from reality and live in a virtual reality. Is it your choice to listen to and follow behind these race hustlers? It is your choice to make better choices in men or in women. Do you see what I'm saying? And so life is about choices. You can choose not to be this way. Do you see what I'm saying? Especially following behind some crazy ass bitch that don't believe the shit that's coming out of her mouth in the first place. She's just using it for content, and it ain't even her original content. Okay, so I guess it's hard out here for a pimp. Okay, y'all remember that song? It's hard out here for a pimp. Yeah, that's it, bitch. Anyway, Divine Courtney says, not trying to change the subject, Miss Oliver, but I think they found Brian. Really? Oh, I got to cut on my news. I didn't know that. So they think he off himself? What? Punk ass. I ain't surprised. I didn't think he had the balls to kill himself though, Divine Country. I really didn't. But yeah, y'all, please make sure you hit the like button on the way out the door. Like I said, over here in the B section. I know this. Probably a lot of people over here don't even know who the hell I'm talking about. But y'all that join me today, uh, know who I'm talking about. This crazy as a loon chick over here with a delusional self. She already done lost her mind. You know what I mean? And but she gonna be all right, child. She gonna be all right. But I had to do this video to counteract what it is that she's saying, and the stuff that's coming out of her mouth is just too much. But if what she wants to do is shock people via somebody's content, via somebody else's content, I guess she getting what she wants. Cause a lot of young people that follow her ain't never heard of a Brooklyn Blue, aka Kendall St. Charles, so they don't know that it's not original content. Do you see what I'm saying? But she's really done regurgitated this woman's talking point. I'm like, wow, wow, this is what we doing now. And then you got other weirdos backing her up. Child, I ain't never seen nothing like it. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here, y'all. I wasn't even supposed to come on here today. All right, but I had to because I'm like, girl, you doing way too much. Maybe over the high five and then praising it be too much. It be too much for me. But anyway, hope you guys liked this commentary. I don't know. I know. I don't always. Can't even tell you the last time I did commentary about that sector over there. But this right here was really too much. She's doing too much, and I'm sure she's gonna get worse. It's just a weird vibe when it comes to that chick. Anyway, but y'all keep your eyes open, honey, and be sharp, and don't be listening to these race hustlers because they don't believe nothing that's coming out of their mouth. Okay, only thing they want is payola. That's all. That's all. And if they got to advocate for the genocide of their own people to get payola, that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. You know. I know that's right, Cloud. But anyway, let me get off here. I love you guys. Be safe out there. Happy hump day. Okay. Keep your eye on the prize. Don't be listening to these crazy fools. Okay, cause it ain't getting you nowhere but trouble. That's all it's getting you. It ain't getting you nowhere but trouble. But some of us have to, come back, come speak out against this type of nonsense because our black people don't think this is cool. If an advocate for something like that, that means you are doing the work of the man. Okay, they ain't got to do it. You doing it for them. Okay, the Really Lynch letter, whether it's authentic or not, it is absolutely on point. Especially when you hear commentary coming out of the mouth of somebody like that. That letter is absolutely on point. And that's unfortunate. But child, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. So I'm gonna get off here. Y'all have a nice day. Like I said, please hit the like button on your way out the door. Please consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't, the membership button, the share button, chat, all of that. But most of all, be safe. And I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. Okay, bye bye. Peace.